The housing market in the Dallas-Fort Worth area has just gotten worse. Home prices have fallen yet again for the second straight month in 2023. Now, if you're somebody that's looking to buy a new home in 2023, this can be some good news for you that home prices are starting to fall back. But if you're somebody that's looking to sell your home, you're probably not that enthusiastic about it right now.
No, I can't say that I am.
There are several factors that play into what's going on with home prices in the DFW and for the rest of the country. And the most influential factor will be our current mortgage rate situation. Because mortgage rates haven't started to come back down yet to ease some of the pressure on the purchasing power of most of the people that's looking to buy homes. And that's why some home buyers are happy that home prices are starting to come back down. But when they see their mortgage payment, it can still be a discouraging factor when it comes to getting a new home. So in this video, we're going to discuss the latest news regarding home prices in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and the rest of the country. We'll also get you up to speed with the current mortgage rate situation and housing inventory. Hi, my name is Trenton Ward, and if you enjoyed this content, let me know by hitting the like button and consider subscribing to stay up to date with the latest real estate news, tips, and tricks. So let's start off by discussing the latest news regarding home prices. Home prices have fallen for the second month in a row in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And in April, we saw the largest dip in home prices, which was 4.3% year over year. That puts the average home price in the DFW area at $399,900. So that means if you tried to buy the same type of house around this time last year, you would have had to spend over $17,000 to get that same house. Ironically, this is the same median home price that we saw in the previous month for the Metroplex as well. And that means even though we're moving closer to the summer months, which is normally the peak time for home buying and selling, people are still deciding to stay in their current living situations. And as far as home prices go across the country, we've seen the largest decrease in home prices at 1.7%, which is the largest decrease we've seen in over a decade here in the United States. So that means that home prices in the Dallas-Fort Worth area are decreasing more than twice as fast as the rest of the nation.
That's ridiculous.
Now, this is a common trend that we're seeing across the nation for the areas that experienced a lot of growth during the low interest periods for the past couple of years. And actually, Dallas-Fort Worth experienced the largest growth of any metroplex in the United States between the years of 2020 and 2021. And with our current housing inventory and mortgage rate issues, we're likely to see this continue for the upcoming months as well. Okay, now that we've gone over the home prices for the Dallas-Fort Worth area and the rest of the nation, let's go on to talk about the housing inventory issues. At the end of April 2023, we only saw about 2 months worth of inventory for home buyers to choose from. And for the market to be considered balanced between buyers and sellers, we would need about 3 more months worth of inventory. And this has been about the same amount of inventory that we've had all year long. And I can also see this being the situation we're presented with for the foreseeable future. And that's mainly due to our current mortgage rate situation. When mortgage rates were at historic lows, we had a buying frenzy on our hands, and now we're trying to pull ourselves out of that situation. Now that those mortgage rates are a thing of the past, home sellers are staying put until they need to move for something like relocating for work. There are some more pain points that sellers are experiencing right now when it comes to mortgage rates, so let's jump into those right now. Okay, now that we have an understanding about our housing inventory situation, let's discuss the latest news regarding mortgage rates. Despite the signs that inflation has started to cool off, the Federal Reserve still isn't happy with where we are yet with inflation. And that's why on May 3rd, 2023, they decided to increase their benchmark interest rate by an additional 25 basis points. Now, many experts are considering this to be the last interest rate hike that we will see for a while. Because the reality is, inflation isn't where it needs to be, but it is moving in the right direction. Mortgage rates continue to stay around that mid to high 6% range for your 30-year fixed mortgage, according to Freddie Mac. And this is becoming the new normal when it comes to the housing market. Your lender will likely give you an option to buy down your rate just a little bit more to get a better interest rate, but this is where the averages have us right now. High mortgage rates are still preventing a lot of would-be home buyers from jumping into the market right now. Because when people have super low mortgage rates, they can feel locked into their current situation. Another situation is a lot of people are becoming accidental landlords right now. These are the people that bought a home without the intention of turning it into an income producing property, but decided it made more sense when they wanted to move. This is how I actually got my first rental property as well, and it can be a great strategy if you want to keep the home for a long time. But there are a few things you want to keep in mind though. For instance, if you want to keep the home, you'll likely need to be approved to carry both mortgages at the same time. A simple way to look at this is, let's say that you want to keep your current home and your mortgage payment was $1,500 a month. Now, for your new home, you got approved for $2,500 a month. But if you sold your current home, you would combine that $1,500 a month plus the $2,500 a month, and that would get you a new home budget of $4,000. Another important factor when deciding to keep your current home is taxes. For instance, some places like Texas have homestead exemptions. These are tax benefits that are provided to people in Texas for their primary residence. So if you decided to turn your primary residence into a rental property, you will be at risk of losing that tax benefit and increasing your monthly mortgage payment. And if you didn't factor this into your return on investments calculations, you could wind up losing money every month.
Yeah, let's not do that one.
So if you're somebody that's looking to purchase your first home this year, home prices are definitely trending in your favor. Mortgage rates have been slightly trending upward, but hopefully they'll cool off by the end of the year. Now, if you're a homeowner looking to get a new home, the good news is that we are still in a seller's market, but be sure to get an estimate of how much the new home will cost you before you make your final decision on if you should sell or not. Okay, if you found anything helpful, let me know by hitting the like button, and consider subscribing to stay up to date with the latest real estate news, tips, and tricks. If you have any real estate needs in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information will be in the description below. And until next time, peace.